Good morning everyone, welcome to online classes. Myself Madhuri. In our previous classes we discussed about basic HTML topics for different formatting tags in HTML and lists, tables, images, hyperlinks, etc. Now I am going to discuss about two important topics of HTML: frames and HTML forms. And today's first topic is HTML frames. HTML frames are used to divide browser window into multiple sections where each section can load a separate HTML document. It means using the frames concept, we will divide the browser window into multiple different frames, and each frame can contain one HTML document, and this collection of frames in the browser window is called as the frame set. Creating frames using the frameset tag. To use frames on a web page, we use frameset tag instead of the body tag. It means there is the need of frameset tag only. There is no need of body tag. The frameset tag defines how to divide the browser window into different frames. And there are two main attributes will be used in frameset tag, and these two attributes are rows attribute and calls attribute. Rows attribute in of frameset tag defines horizontal frames, and calls attribute defines vertical frames. Coming to the syntax, frameset, first we need to open the frameset tag. Next, either we are giving the rows values or calls value. Next, close the frameset tag. And there are some attributes will be used in frameset. First attribute is calls attribute. It specifies number of columns are contained in the frameset, and the size of the each column will be presented in width. And there are three ways we will give the calls value in frameset tag. Using percentage values, calls is equal to 30%, 40% and 30%. Because the browser window, we will take the browser window value as is 100%, so we divide the 100 value into three sections here. Next one, absolute values in pixels. Calls is equal to 100, 500 and 100. These are pixels values. Last one, using a wildcard symbol, calls is equal to 30%, 20% and star. Here star indicates the remaining 50%. Next attribute is rows attribute, and it is used to specify the number of rows in the frame set. For example, rows is equal to 40% and 60%. It means it assigns two horizontal frames in the browser's window. Next one, border. Border specifies the width of the border of each frame in pixels. Next one, frame spacing. It specifies the amount of space between frames in a frame set. So these are some main important attributes of frameset tag. Next one, frame tag. Frame tag. Each frame is indicated by frame tag, and it defines which HTML document shall open into the frame. So using the frame tag, we will open different HTML documents in each frame. There are some attributes will be used in frame tag. First one, SRC, means source attribute. It gives the value of URLs, means this attribute is used to give the file name of the frame, and that should be loaded in that frame. For example, src is equal to topframe.html or src is equal to a1.html, etc. Next attribute is name attribute. We will give the value of name in text. This attribute allows you to give a name to a frame, and it is important to create links in one frame that loads into another frames. For example, name is equal to top frame. Next one, margin width. It gives the values in pixels, and it is used to specify the width of the space between left and right of the frame's border and frame's content. For example, margin width is equal to 10, and margin height, it is also takes the values in pixels. It is used to specify the height of the space between top and bottom of the frames border and frame content. Using the width, it specifies the width of the space between left and right frame. Using the height, it specifies the height of the space between top and bottom. Next one, frame border, it takes only two values, either 0 or 1. It specifies whether to display a border around the frame or not, and by default value is 1. These are some attributes will be used in frame tag. Coming to the example, here I am dividing the browser window into 4 parts. So first I need to create 4 separate HTML documents, and these 4 HTML documents will be opened in each frame. So first document is a1.html. In this I am taking only body section. Body BZ color is equal to red. So BZ color means background color is equal to red. And heading tag, I am using heading tag h1 to take the heading as frame 1. And I am taking paragraph tag to write the paragraph as content from frame 1. Next, a2.html, body BZ color is equal to blue, and heading is frame 2 and paragraph is content from frame 2. Next one, a3.html document, body BZ color is equal to green, heading is frame 3 and paragraph is contents from frame 3. Next one, a4.html, body BZ color is equal to violet, heading is frame 4 and paragraph is content from frame 4. So just remember, first we need to create different HTML documents and these HTML documents we will be opened in the frames, in separate frames. Next one, using frame set tag. First I opened the HTML tag. Next here I am taking directly frame set tag to divide the browser window. First open the frame set tag. Here I am using the calls attribute first. So the browser window will be divided in calls or vertical frames. Calls is equal to 33%, 34% and 33%. Again I am taking next frame set to divide the first column into two different sections or two different rows. Rows is equal to 50% and 50%. Here I am taking the first frame tag to open the first HTML document in first frame. So frame src is equal to a1.html. So a1.html file will open in the first frame. Next frame src is equal to a2.html. So here I am closing the frame set tag, rows related frame set tag. Next I am taking the frame src is equal to a3.html. It will be stored in the second column, and frame src is equal to a4.html. This HTML document will be stored in the fourth frame. Again I am closing the first frame set tag, next closing the HTML tag. So this is the example for HTML frames, and the output of this example would be like this. So this is the example for frames. Here I am dividing the browser window into 4 frames. First I divide the browser window into 3 columns. Again I am dividing the first column into 2 different rows, and I am opening 4 HTML documents in each and every frame. So this is the concept of HTML frames. Coming to the next topic, HTML forms. In HTML, forms are used to collect different kinds of user input or user information. For example, like we want to collect information of users' names, address, emails, contact numbers, etc. from different site visitors who visits our sites. There is a need of forms concept in HTML. In HTML, forms facilitate the user to enter the data, and that is to be sent to the server for processing, such as their names, email addresses, passwords, phone numbers, etc. A form is an area that can contain form elements. So form is contains different form elements, and these form elements are like text fields, text area fields, radio buttons, checkboxes, password buttons, drop down menus, etc. And the forms examples are registration forms, login forms, etc. And a form is defined with the form tag. When we want to create a form, we need a form tag. And the form tag or form element can contain one or more of the following form elements: input element, text field element, button element, select element, or label element. So here there are some form elements. HTML input element, and it is a fundamental element, and it is used to create form fields and to take the input from the users. And we can apply different input fields to gather different information from the users. And different input fields are text fields, text area fields, checkboxes, radio buttons, submit buttons. These are included in the input element. For example, here I am taking one single text field box. It takes a single line information, and the box name is enter your name. So example, enter your name. Here I am taking the BR tag for line breaking. Input type is equal to text, because I am taking here I am taking the name. So name will be presented in text format. So input type is equal to text, and the name should be username, because I want the username. So that's why I am taking the name is equal to username. Next one, HTML text field control. The type text is an attribute of input tag creates a text field control, also known as single line text field control. It means the text field control text type is equal to text. It takes input from the users in single line. It mainly used for usernames, user email addresses, email passwords, etc. Here I am taking the two text field controls boxes for first name and last name. First name input type is equal to text, name is equal to first name, and last name input type is equal to text, name is equal to last name. Next one, HTML text area tag. The text area tag in HTML is used to insert multiple line text in a form. Using the text field control, we will take the single line text fields, or using the text area controls, we can insert multiple lines of text in the forms. And the size of text area can be specified either using rows or calls attribute, using the rows and calls. Here I am creating a text area box, and the text area box name is enter your address. So address will be in multiple lines, will be presented in multiple lines. So here I am taking the text area tag. First I need to open the text area. Next I am giving the attributes value, rows is equal to 2 and calls is equal to 20. Next I am closing the text area tag. This is the output for text area tag. Next one, label tag. If you click on the label tag, it will focus on the text control, or simply when using the label tag, we will define a label for a input button or input field label buttons or select buttons, text area buttons, etc. Using these attributes, label tag, using the for attribute, we will give the label data, and it is a pair tag. So when we use it the label tag, we just you just close it the label tag after giving the label name. For example, label fur is equal to first name. Here fur is the attribute of label tag. Here the label will be presented in HTML page first name. Next close the label tag and taking the BR tag for line breaking. Next I'm giving the input field to create the text box. Input type is equal to text and ID is equal to first name and name is equal to first name. Next one, email field control. It takes the emails from the users. The email field it is a new field in the HTML file and it validates the text for correct email addresses, and we must use the @ and dot symbols in this field. When we enter the email, it checks the data will be presented like using the @ and dotted symbols or not. Here I am taking the label for defines the label name in the text box. Label for is equal to email, and this capital email will be presented in the web page. And input type is equal to email, ID is equal to email, and name is equal to email. This ID attributes creates the uniqueness of the email IDs. Next one, HTML password field control. The password using the password field, it is not visible to the user in password field control. Means once we enter the password, it is not visible to the user in the password field control. It changes that text into using the other symbols like dotted circles, stars, etc. Label for is equal to password and input type is equal to password and ID is equal to password and name is equal to password. Here ID is equal to password indicates that the uniqueness of the password. Next one, radio buttons. The radio buttons is used to select one option from multiple options, and it is used for selection of gender, quiz questions, etc. So using the radio buttons, we will select only one options at a time. Here I am taking the gender as the example. Label for is equal to gender. Input type is equal to radio. Once we declare the type is equal to radio, it creates a radio button in the web page, and ID is equal to gender, name is equal to again gender, and value is equal to male. Here the value attributes gives the radio button's value. So value is equal to male. It means the first radio button value is male. Again I am creating next radio button. Input type is equal to radio, ID is equal to gender, and name is equal to gender, value is equal to female. So it creates second radio button with the value of female. So just we need to select either male or female radio button. Next one, checkbox controls. The checkbox control is used to check multiple options from given checkboxes. For example, here I am taking the hobby or interested games. Input type is equal to checkbox, ID is equal to cricket, name is equal to cricket, and value is also cricket. And here I am taking label. It will be presented in the browser's window page. Label for is equal to cricket. Next I am taking football and hockey also. So it creates 3 checkboxes in the window page. Next one, last one, submit button control. The HTML input type is equal to submit are used to add a submit button on web page. When user clicks on submit button, then the form gets submit to the user. Once we enter all the information in the form, we just need to click the submit button. Once we click the submit button, the data will be stored in the servers. For example, input type is equal to submit and value is equal to submit. Coming to the example, here I am taking directly body section. Body BZ color is equal to pink. Just I need to create a form using the form tag. So I just opened the form tag. Here I am taking some fields only. First field is using text field. So it creates one single line text box and the name of the text box is username. Input type is equal to text. So using the type is equal to text, I'm taking text related information only, that is also in single line. Name is equal to username. Next one, label for email id. Input type is equal to text, name is equal to email id and id is equal to email id. Next one, using password field. Label for is equal to user password and input type is equal to password, name is equal to user, pw means user password, id is equal to user password. Next one, I am taking radio buttons for selecting gender. Input type is equal to radio and name is equal to gender and id is equal to male and label for is equal to male. So it creates one radio button in the web page. Next one, input type is equal to radio, name is equal to gender and id is equal to female and I'm creating label for that radio button. Label for is equal to female. Next I'm taking checkboxes also, using for checkboxes in selecting the subjects. For selecting the subjects, input type is equal to checkbox and name is equal to subject and id is equal to Java. Here I am taking three subjects, Java, Python and HTML. So it creates three checkboxes in the web page. Finally, I am creating submit button using the submit text field. Input type is equal to submit and value is equal to submit. Next I am closing the form tag and body tag and HTML tag. This is the simple example of HTML forms to creating a simple forms in HTML. So this is the output for HTML forms. In this output, we will enter the username in single line and I'm taking the email id. It checks whether the email id has @ or dotted symbols or not, and once I enter the password, it changes that text into different using other symbols. Next I am selecting gender, either male or female. Next one, checkboxes, selecting subjects. Here I will select all these three subjects, Java, Python and HTML, or any two or any one. Finally, once I click the submit button, it sends these information into servers or this form into servers. So this is the HTML forms concept. I hope everyone understood these two concepts. Thank you.